Well, this delegate apologizes. The only concern that this delegate has with this clause is that at the current time, it is clear that information about this case of cyber hacking is unclear. It is unclear who has committed the attacks. It is unclear how much damage they have caused. It is unclear how many organizations are affected. This delegate has concern as to whether it is actually worth the time of the Security Council to even consider the report from the FE and this delegate is aware that the Security Council has many other items in the agenda, such as more pressing items in the agenda, more related to international peace and security, especially since these cyber hacking attacks have not actually been traced to a particular member state. This delegate feels that these cases do not in any way amount to a significant threat to international peace and security and do not amount to something to be considered by the Security Council.
Thank you, Delegate. Is the Delegate open to any points of information?
Any other?
Is there any points of information in the House? Delegate of France and United States, you have been recognized in the House.
Thank you, Honourable Chairs and visitors to the Council. The delegate is a bit concerned with the comments made by the delegate of India as to the necessity or the urgency of the matter at hand. The delegate believes that this is a crisis, but pertaining to the question that the delegate will make, the delegate would state that, would ask the delegate of India that if we do not obtain reports from McAfee and Symantec, there are the organizations that have done such investigations or preliminary investigations and released the information, then which organization would we approach? Because these are the only two organizations at this point of time that have such information with regards to the hacking activities.
This delegate apologizes if there has been some miscommunication. This delegate is under the impression that the temporary committee would follow on these reports by Symantec and McAfee, and given that, and therefore present their report to the Security Council at a later time. And with respect to the International Court of Justice, the International Court of Justice, if it does make a ruling on this matter, will have to be, that ruling will have to be enforced by the Security Council anyway. So this matter will eventually be brought to the Security Council when more light has been shed on this matter anyway. Because it feels that at this time when investigations have not been started, there is no reason for the Security Council even to consider these reports.
Request follow-up?
Francis?
Just to clarify, then ask the question later. The timeline would be as such. The timeline would be as such. The reports, the preliminary investigations by McAfee and Symantec, their reports will be taken into account and will be taken by the temporary committee as well as other relevant members of the Security Council to consider investigations. Concurrently, because the Security Council does not have powers of prosecution or punishing certain individuals other than sanctions, and the Council does not want to do that at this point in time, the ICJ and the ICC will also initiate their own investigations because that is the process that those international courts take. So these are two situations that are running concurrently. The delegate feels that the UN Security Council also needs to run its own investigations to obtain information that we need for our own debate and also framing up solutions. So is the delegate of India agreeable to that?
This delegate maintains that that would be too much bureaucracy in the United Nations. There is no need for the UN Security Council to conduct its own investigation when it can rely on the findings of the committee as experts.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Delegate Lavinia, in light of the fact that a large part of the reason we're here is because of the report that was submitted by McAfee, does the delegate of India not feel that this report should be further investigated to ascertain the full details of what has been committed?
This delegate agrees, but this delegate would like to state that that report should be further investigated by the temporary committee instead of delegates of the Security Council who may not be experts in the field of cybersecurity.
Request follow-up?
Denied due to time constraints.